And the third thing is, there's actually a strategy in sleeping with many different men because now everyone is responsible for raising a child. Does that make sense? If I'm the father and I know exactly who my children are, then I'm going to protect my children and discard everyone else, okay? But if no one knows who the fathers are, everyone's responsible for taking care of every single child. And that's the best strategy that they can have, okay? Because that ensures that every child becomes successful, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, so the second myth that we will discuss later on. Third myth, humans follow the iron rule of nature, survival of the fittest. Okay, that's what taught by Darwin, that's what evolution is. But that's wrong, okay? Throughout most of human history, humans cared for each other. We were compassionate, empathy, right? We believe that every creature has divinity, and those who are weakest have the most divinity. That's why when we kill an animal, we still thank the animal, because we're all part of the same life cycle. All right? Number 4, humans have gotten smarter over the centuries. Civilization is far superior to primitive cultures. Again, this is wrong. Okay? The truth is that with the development of civilization, the human imagination has decreased. Our brains can be supercomputers if we allow them to be. Primitive people are more creative, which means they have better memories than we do, okay? They're able to recall more stuff. They're able to store more information. They're more sensitive perception. They have more empathy, okay? They know exactly how you're feeling, why you're feeling it, and how to make you feel better. And greater emotional resilience, okay? So they're much more mature than we are. Number 5, we evolved from apes. The truth is that we are uniquely imaginative and we can choose our own evolution. Don't believe we're apes, okay? If you believe you're an ape, then you're an ape, okay? If you're an ape, then you like to go beat people up and like have sex with like a lot of women, okay? But we're not apes. We're imaginative first and foremost, and as such, we have control over our lives. And that's something that you have to like learn for yourself. All right? So let me give an example of this to conclude the class. This is Romatol 2, and we discovered him 10,000 years ago in a burial site, okay? This is an Ice Age burial site. He's a dwarf, guys, okay? He's a dwarf. You can see how small he is. He's a dwarf. And you would think that dwarfs don't really contribute to the community, so maybe, you know, he's born, it's clear he's deformed, so just kill the guy, okay? Because he's not going to have a great life anyway. Instead, what we found is, first of all, he lived to a pretty old age. And he was buried with jewelry. He was buried elaborately. And you only do that for people you really prize. That's kind of strange, right? The people who we think that are most worthless, dwarfs that actually don't do anything, they actually thought was divine and deserved a extremely elaborate, ritualized funeral. Why? Okay, so this is a book, The Dawn of Everything by David Graeber and David Wengrow. Great book, okay? So what they say is this. When archaeologists undertake balanced appraisals of hunter-gatherer burials from the Paleolithic, they find high frequencies of health-related disabilities, but also surprisingly high levels of care until the time of death and beyond, since some of these funerals were remarkably lavish. This is an amazing idea to think about.